Ah, fuck. I don't know what's going on with the connection. Oh, it's back. Stream went down again. Yeah, it's going down. Ah, now it's a new... Ah, shit. We're back up. Hey, chat, I don't know if you hear this, but we're back up. That's spamming people notifications on, like, YouTube and stuff. I'm sorry about that. That really sucks. Yeah, it just went down again. It comes back up. I really don't like that because it spams notifications. This is a 1 in 5 in HQ. I think we'll take that risk. So we might be able to get the cheeky Nisei, but going to low credit values against Reyna is probably not right. Oh, man. Don't like that. Yeah, it spams everyone. That's really obnoxious. Hey, so sorry. Whenever we disconnect, people get new notifications, and probably people actually unsubscribe because of that. When they're, like, sitting at home and get, like, 3 pings on their phone. That's terrible. Oh, man. Uh-oh. You sure? We're back. Hofcorp, how's it going? I had to switch over here. Why do they keep doing this? Must try. Yeah, we'll hit him. This might not be right. Like, we're paying 9 credits for this. This is probably wrong. Plus, you're low on credits. This doesn't kill them. Yeah, they're living super dangerous. The Cortex Lock was lethal there. So, alright. At least we can draw into money. Okay. So what do we want? Sandstorm, we don't want that. Miraju, not the best. Actually, Rover is probably worth. Miraju, Kakugo, we're going to draw Cortex Lock. They don't respect it. Seems pretty good. So, draw 1 card. Okay. Do 1 net damage. So they can pay 2 to draw. Alright, so now they're not going to die, which is pretty important. We hit the Black Orchestra. So they had enough cards. Hit the IFAD Worst. Hit the Mining Accident. That's actually huge. We're not respecting Mining Accident in the slightest bit, and that's a really strong card for obvious reasons. A single access, if they hit the Nisei, we're going to be so bad. Hit the Biovault. They can trash that if they want, getting 5 back from there. Yeah, that's definitely good. If they had 1 fewer card, they would have died. And they opened with a pretty good opening. Like, they wanted to go gamble into Laundry into Mining. It seems like they did that really aggressive play. Obviously, we can't get the Cortex Lock on R&D, but if we just click for 3 credits, next turn they have to get Cortex Locked, which is pretty terrifying. We haven't seen any R&D multi-access. So far, it's just basic neutral and Anarch stuff. We haven't seen anything very spicy, so maybe they're on Apocalypse. Wouldn't be totally surprising. None of these cards are bad with Apocalypse. They actually probably are on Apocalypse, right? Folding actually seems pretty bad in Apocalypse deck. Maybe not. Kakugo, I like that for the remote. They don't have a Barrier Breaker just yet. Yeah, I think actually on the remote is probably fine. I want to keep this in hand because they're really not respecting it. Maybe we can hit them with it. I get Nexus with folding. Yeah, Nexus with folding makes a lot of sense. A lot of times you see Underworld Contact in that. That deck got a bit worse because, and maybe they're actually playing the worst version. They might not know that Maxwell James got errated. Maxwell James Errata B, it makes that Nexus like, Maxwell James is a very good Reyna card. It makes that a bunch worse, but they might be on the older version. Also, what's up? Sorry that this thing goes down. I don't know why it is going down. Earthrise Hotel in a gamble. That's a pretty decent opening for them. Got the Mirage off the top, but the thing is, like, this is a 4 credit play. This is a 5 credit res, which is pretty trash. So I think we're just going to install this and click for credits. We know what our next cards are, and they're pretty bad. No Thimble Rig in sight. No Trace cards in sight. If they're on Nexus, also sometimes they're on an amount of link. Mind you, 1 link for Reyna Roja. We know the next 3 cards. The next couple turns are going to suck a fair bit. Install Advancing. This is probably somewhere the best. But again, this is 5 to res. It's like a 4 to 5 credit play getting this down, and this is another 4 credits. So, like, we're going to be clicking for a fair bit of credits. Getting an ice also in Archives is kind of nice because it means that it's easier to protect the Mining Accidents. Wow. It's a good opening. Folding, double folding. Oy. This is rough. We might lose to this. Last click draw. Not the best. Not terrible. No good ice for here, which sucks. Rovers are pretty trash if we don't draw well. You can put this in server 2, just click for 2. If they know the card pool, there's no good reason to contest this. Like if it's a Philotic, it does nothing. It costs us 3 credits, putting us down to 5. It's probably actually Rashida. That's the worst for them for sure. I don't know if they want to contest it when they have no breakers. Komainu also would be devastating right now, a card we're not playing. Komainu Rover is not the worst either, right? Like a big Komainu seems rough. Again, against like stealth, it's not fantastic. Well, specifically Switchblade. Why is this stream going down? I don't know what that's about. Just make sure everything's okay here. 1 second. Excuse me. They're considering. That's good. A lot of hands, a lot of cards in hand might make them confident for that run. Again, Komainu is the only big punishment, the only card that scales with hand size. Woo! We've injected, found that employee strike. That's an issue. Just good stuff, it looks like, right? Maybe YouTube is having some problems with their data centers. So the way that I stream is I stream to a virtual server that's in New York, and then they stream to YouTube. There's a chance. Now the thing is, if we res this, it costs 3 credits. So it looks like they're playing the mining accident here. We obviously don't want to give them it. We could Cortex lock them, res it, and then just do damage. The thing is, they're going to discard cards anyways at the end of their turn, so I don't want to do damage when they're going to discard it. But you're right. Yeah, maybe Hurricanes are doing something about that. So here we'll lose 5. If they have another one, it sucks. Yeah, I don't want to give you bad pub. Giving them bad pub is maybe not the worst, considering they already have like an absurd amount of late game economy. Us having money might actually have been more important. I know a lot of like real good players always say always pay 5 no matter what. Besides like if you're playing like a Rush Wayland deck, like in the Mati matchup, always pay 5, and that might be correct. Oh, 3 foldings. Oh, we're gonna lose to that. Paperclip in the bin. No arc lockdown in this deck. Throwing out an inject. 2 cards, mind you, coming off the strike, but that's always a great card. And then 1 more from hand. We know they have a strike in there. Threw out the Maxwell James. Okay, so hey. Just as a heads up, that means they're probably on Nexus. Entering a they changed that. Just heads up, they errated Maxwell James. If you've been out for a while, you might not have known. All right, they threw out a turning wheel, which is actually. So yeah, they're probably on Security Nexus, so this is not gonna be easy for us. Looks like a big boys max security. I think that's probably right. All right, so we're gonna be clicking for credits. Security Nexus deals with a Sandstorm pretty well. We have 2 of them though. Not that good if you don't get a Nisei token. I think we don't have plays here. This is gonna be a really boring matchup. We might actually go to time. Yeah. So if you don't know, they errata that card. You have to use it exactly after the HQ run. Yeah, largely, yeah. Basically, yeah. You have to use it in the next paid ability window after the HQ run ends. Still, not bad. The thing about Security Nexus Thimble Rig is like we still can tax them out, because if they Thimble Rig it once, or if they Nexus it once, we still have it on another server. Like, sorry, they can bypass it, then we can still move it. Yeah, totally. Yeah. But you can't do that during a run like people used to get the pseudo bypass. Cool. All right, so our game plan is to get a lot more money. We have 2 NGO fronts, a Rashida, 3 IPO, 3 hedge funds, so still a fair bit of money in our deck, and we definitely want to draw that. We did end up resing the most expensive ice in our deck for 9 credits. It has some value. Strike coming down, Dirty Laundry and Archives, nothing to do against that. I like Dirty Laundering and getting an actual access here. Like 3 credits doesn't mean that much when they're making 3 clickless credits a turn, unless there's a mining accident here, which if there's 1 more in the game, there's a small chance. I think you want to get accesses there. With 6 credits, they could maybe go R&D, right? Like they have access to 2 of their breakers. It's just basically the Cortex lock that punishes them. And that does a bit of damage. They might have another I've had worse in hand by now. We'll see. 11 credits, 3 coming in every turn. Oof. Having an honest remote is going to be difficult. Here, running here to the Miraju. We pay 3 credits for that. Seems pretty bad, considering that we want to be able to hedge fund if we top deck it. So they can get a single access here. This is where I like the Dirty Laundry a lot better, right? Go for that single. Now, admittedly, if this was an end of the run, they can deal with all of it. So, like, the Dirty Laundry is going to go through almost no matter what. Unless we have, like, guard. They know what we're drawing. Not an agenda. And mind you, 26 cards left. They've gone through, like, almost half their deck. That makes the Obacatas a bit better. And that actually might be all the money they need. That's always a weird find on the top of a Team Mukunda deck, isn't it? Yeah. The thing is, like, HQ seems pretty good. I doubt they might be on Rebirth Omar. I did doubt it. Reyna's ability is not that good in the late game. Maybe Big Boy was running it. I think putting us on R&D is probably fine. It's one of the better ice we have. It's still, like, if they don't play Ice Carver, it's still, like, pretty expensive for them to deal with. I'm pretty sure they're on an Ice Carver. I don't think they're on Data Sucker. So if they're not on Ice Carver, they're spending still 6 credits to get through this, unless they want to install, like, all their breakers, which actually might be cheaper. Another Inject hits another Career Fair and Earthrise. That's a good combo. An Underworld Contact, which they only need 2 Link to get, so they're a bit off of that. And a Turning Wheel, which is actually okay, considering we don't have End the Runs anymore. And it looks like they're just going to keep burning through the deck. Mind you, this represents 7 hit points, right? And they Career Faired it, so that's 8 hit points through this card. Now, they're drawing a lot of those hit points, but, you know, maybe we Obacata the map. Maxwell coming down. 2 Link is up. Underworld coming down too. 4 credits beginning every turn. I'm not scared. Are you scared? I'm not scared. Oh, we got the IPO. That's definitely the play. And we're probably playing way too slow, but the fact that they're drawing so aggressively through the deck that, like, going slow might not be the worst thing. Well, sure, they have all their answers at that point. Like, they have a Nexus down, but, like, it's the 4 credits a turn that's going to be the big issue, which it'll be the 6 credits if we don't do anything. Like, they're not throwing out any of their drip. 14 cards left in stack. Let's keep going. 13 cards left in stack. Archivist coming down. I don't actually know that does anything in this. Yeah, that's an initiative. That sucks. That's going to give them a bad pub. I think Future Perfect gives them a bad pub too. Obacata actually might be a security as well, if I'm not mistaken. Turning Wheel coming down. Now they want to make the runs once per turn. And we did hit another initiative. I think our whole agenda suite falls into the Archivist's work. No Thimble Rig in sight. They're going to start the turn next turn with 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 more credits, putting them on 17. So contesting this is not that bad. Now, honestly, it's not terrible to Rovo algorithm this card, but, like, on the remote server, it's not like we're playing Mumbet City Grid, so they run through this once a turn, so we don't get full Rover value, which is not the best. Yo, what up? Net Jogging, how's it going? We're playing a really cool deck today. This one's not going great, though, but abstractly. Strike is off, so if we want to surprise with this, we have to jam it. Also, Adjarkeen, how's it going? Psychographics seems so far away from being good. I think we might click for 3. Mind you, they're only on 13 cards left. They're drawing a bunch. I think they run HQ here. They want to Nexus Anansi. The thing about if they Nexus Anansi, it still does 3 net damage. Matias Bay, we're running a really weird one, Net Jogging. We're running Roger algorithm with Eavesdrop with Thimble Rig, and it's been doing good. We're not opening really well. This ability seems relevant. Have the money. 11 cards left in stack, 7 in hand. They're going in for it. No Code Gate Breaker, no Sentry Breaker, excuse me. This is actually going to fire. It's going to do 4 damage. If we hit Nexuses, we're really good. Hit Stim Hacks, Strike Casts. Those are all the currents. Welcome. That's pretty good. Now, admittedly, they were overdrawn. This actually is not terrible. The thing is, if we res this, it lets them install their Code Gate Breaker, so that this gets a bit worse. I think we do res it, though. I don't think they're on indexing, right? They only have 11 cards in stack. Yeah, right? That's pretty good. The thing is, like, I think we want to draw better cards than this. I'll res it. They can break it if they want. It's going to cost them 3 + 3, which is 6. Which is how many money they get at the beginning of their turn. And it lets us draw and shuffle so we can draw into better cards. But it looks like they're going to break it. Or maybe just install it so they don't have to deal with Cortex Lock. Oh, they're breaking it. So that actually makes us run terrible. It also doesn't give them a Turning Wheel token. Now, this is 3 credits if we need to run in another turn. The thing is, it's 2 now because we res the Cortex Lock, so I don't feel terrible about it. Or not like an Arc Lockdown, so like the only bad part about the Black Orchestra is it makes the lock a bit worse. And we took currents out of our deck, so we're never going to stop this, which is the reason we're playing a deck. And draw again. Mind you, they are down to 9 plus 5 plus 2 more coming out the top of their deck, so not a lot of cards. And they're installing a cast, which, let me tell you, they don't need that. That's a card we want. Server 2. They break us for 3 credits. Legitimately playing this anywhere is good, and we really want them to run this. I think we double advance this is probably good. Their Nexus is somewhere in this bottom 13 cards. I think they have 2 in their deck. That's like 6 influences, 7, 8, 9, 10. We see 1 career for 11. So they might have 3 influence left somewhere that I'm not expecting. I don't remember Big Boy's list. I think it was on their front page like many moons ago. And they said they haven't been playing for many moons, so probably lines up. Yeah, they have Strike. Oh, Strike is the next 3. Thank you, Julian. Yeah, totally. Strike is the 3. So that's probably everything, right? 6 on Nexus. 2 on Maxwell. That's 8. 3 strikes, 9, 10, 11. That leaves Turning Wheel, 12, 13. And then 1 career fair. Or 2 career fair. I probably counted it wrong. We also know they're not on Levy. MK Ultra coming down. Still, this is 6 credits to break. Good luck. They don't have to do much, though. Like, they're getting 4 credits a turn. Down to 12 credits left in their stack. No reason to draw anymore. They might continue drawing. Turning Wheel tokens is probably how they want to close this game off. We want this to get res, though, so we can rove it. And then we just jam anything in here. Just jam. Thimble Rig. It breaks even at weird points, though, right? It's 3 to break now. The next time it's going to get even better is when it's 4 strength. Oh, they're going for it. This costs you like 1 billion credits. I think it's a good play, though. Like, even if this costs a lot. Oh, no, wait. This costs like 12. You gotta pay 3 more. Or you'll take 3 net damage and 1 subfires. Yeah, so if you don't know how this works. Oh, so you're taking 4 damage? Okay, they want to take 4 damage. Okay. So now they're good. So that did cost them a lot. But this is like a good run. Like, if we're not scoring agendas, there has to be agendas in here. If they get the Nisei, it's obviously really bad. Future Perfect. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, great. All right. Turning Wheel gets a counter. That's scary. We got to do something with what's in R&D HQ. It's also interesting just to like goof with the Ultra. If we want to like rover this, it's going to cost them 15 to get through. Like rovering this is actually really potent against the Anarch Breakers because it gets them to different breakpoints. Because like this boosts twice, it gets to 6. If we need to, they need a boost like what 15 to get through this. Seems good. Also, this ice is really good that we don't have Kakugo on the outside, so it's hard to charge break things to the breakers things. It's good. I think we just do advance here. Yikes. Sandstorm, pretty cute when it comes to Nexus. Definitely cute. This has to be on res dice, which is garbage. I think the Kakugo is probably better than the Sandstorm on the basis that they don't have that many cards left. Like, getting through this to steal an Obokata is 5, which means they can only do it twice. Now, obviously, Obokata is kind of trash on the outside. I'm going to keep these. This is what we wanted to build this deck around. They're getting 4 credits a turn. 6 credits that turn. Yikes. Stim hack. They're going for the remote. Okay. So we definitely res this. They can pay 3 if they want. They can actually install their other Black Orchestra if they want to. This doesn't prompt you to do it, which means that they can deal with this a lot easier. Andrew, what's up? Cortex Lock is great versus data folding. That it is. Oh, yeah, you're right. That it is. Counterplay. So they don't want to install their second Black Orchestra. All right, so they're getting this for 3. We could res this for 4. Just so that they install their other breaker and have to take another damage. The problem with that it makes Cortex Lock a lot worse. It turns off their data folding, though. I think we're definitely going to do that. We've also res this so we get through the rain attacks. And if they go ahead and pay 5 for this, it turns off 3 of their data foldings until they find their security nexus, which also does something. And of course, we're going to end the run so they take a brain damage and a damage once they pass this. So it's actually going to be pretty good for us. How's it going, Ender? Thanks for pointing that out. I totally wouldn't have noticed. So they're going to take a damage here. It's unfortunate we spent all this time and money off this. Don't ETR. If we don't ETR, they spend 2 credits trashing this. Mati ability, we can't striked. So if we res this, we end the run. Otherwise, they pay 2 to trash it. Which is better that they pay 2 to trash it. There's no reason to end the run. Yeah, it costs money to trash, totally. Yeah, you never fire this for no reason. I've seen people do that. We could have fired it right away just so they get no value so they can install their paperclip. Like, that's an option, but we wanted to res this. Trash the I've had worse due to brain damage. Actually, kind of wanted to fire that to draw through the deck. They're down to 9 cards. Now we kind of want the Kakugos. The thing is, we need them on the inside, so we got to get through the strike somehow. Inject. Hits a mining accident, laundry, nexus, underworld contact. That's kind of all they want to do, right? Like, I think they just do dirty laundry, archives, mining accident. Gives them another credit to run. Seems good. Can't do much about it. Turned off their folding, though. As soon as they put down their nexus, though, it's back up. And they could nexus this. That's probably the cheapest way to do it. So we want 2 ice in a row. And that's also, they can nexus Miraju. So it's not going to matter. They're not an indexing or find the truth or anything like that. But they can't nexus Anansi. That's kind of the best thing we got going for us. You also technically can nexus this, but it doesn't care. Woo! Going for the value axis. All right, they're taking damage. Wait, if they lose the mining action and a nexus here, this is a risky damage. Let's high roll it. We hit the nexus. All right, I'll trade. You can get that. I'm not resing that. It's fine. Can't steal Obokata. 3 in the deck. Single axis off the top. Hit the nexus. Oh my god, we're good. So we're gonna lose a bad pub. Got another token here, which is a problem because they know there's an agenda in there. Want to keep our credits up. Damn, we're good, Chris. You're right. Underworld coming down. Not even playing the mining accident. Oh man. Damn, we're good. Thimble rig, there is fine. This card costs 2? Are you kidding me? This card costs 2 credits? What? Wow, there are 5 cards. Which legitimately means like we can put this on archives and like start throwing out Obokatas. The shame we'll never get this on the inside. Actually, we can get this on the inside eventually. Yeah, now these cards are super valuable. Off the basis that like they're running out of cards. They have 5 left. They steal a single Obokata, then we can score all the other Obokatas. Problem is they can win off of these sooner. I think actually we throw out a Rover and click for 3. We need money to defend this. Like playing Rover then clicking for 2, that's kind of bad. Eh, fuck it. Hope we don't have to defend this. Then we're like, let's just slowly move everything. Yeah, so like we slowly want to try and get like a Kakugo on there. It's actually, that's impossible, isn't it? Mind you, they have their MU filled up, so these foldings are not folding. Start jamming. How's it going to half corp? We just don't have enough money, right? Like, they can still get through this. If I have an Obokata, we jam. You jam Obokatas. Also, you obviously jam Inju, friends. And Rashidas. The thing is, like, this doesn't even get that much stronger into Firelight. Another drawing. All cards in hand. Okay. One of these is a Nexus. That's going to come down for 8, and then we're going to have a wildly different game once Nexus is up. This also doesn't care because it's not an encounter. It's whenever you pass it. So they're going to try always to Nexus this, which is fine because they have to deal with it twice. This strike is actually bumming us out a fair bit, but we did take out Scarcity. Underworld coming down. All right. Shit, that's bad. Excuse me. Okay, thinking. So they can get through this once a turn. If we rover it, they can't Nexus this, so they have to break it. I actually think we have to rover this card because it's very hard for us to shuffle these back in. I think we're rovering this. Just because once they pass it once, it becomes really bad with MK Ultra. Kakugo Kinnick's awesome. The problem is we don't want Kakugo on the outside because then they just run, bounce, get all the turning wheels. And like in theory, they can win off a single R&D run. In hand, we know a mining accident. We know a security nexus. In theory, we should know every card in their deck. They probably actually are on another copy of Stimhack, which is really hard to play at this point. Man, if we just top decked... Oh, they're letting this fire? No, there's no way. They break this, right? Yeah. No Ice Carver either, it doesn't seem. But yeah, if we draw an Obokata, we just jam it. So the fact that our HQ is full obviously sucks. The worst thing is here if they trash a Rashida and run again. Or like anything that's trashable. That's not good. Because like if they steal an Obokata, like this is iced, this is iced. Like then we just do trash all the ice and go like Kakugo, Kakugo, Kakugo. So this is going to be close. No snares. Turning wheel, seeing a bunch of cards here. Oh, they also trashed a baddie. Oh. Uh-oh. Huh. No cards in hand. Interesting. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead. Nope. Huh. I don't think you steal that one. I'm gonna go ahead and actually trash this. Then on HQ, gonna click for some credits. HQ is now 100% safe. Can you flip your ID now? For a second, I was like, oh yeah. Oh shit. Okay, so now we just put a Kakugo on there and we win. We just need to make sure we have enough credits. We also have to res this, which is a bummer. I'm gonna go ahead and end the run. So now we need to get 5 credits and put this on R&D. So we could lose the R&D, right? The thing is we have almost all our agendas. Wow, the only agendas left in R&D are Obokatas. Actually, we don't have to do shit. We legitimately don't have to do shit. Oh no, there's a Flotic in there. Okay, never mind. Not respecting Breach Dome, but it's really hard for them to do that. Please no Flotic. Flotic's the only card that we lose to. Fuck. I wanted that. Okay. We could obviously jam this on R&D. I think we do. And click just so that we keep our money cards in hand. Otherwise we have to discard something. Miss Thimblerig, SMH. Oh yeah, fuck me, you're right. Yeah, we should have put Thimblerig there, 100%. Thanks, Ads. I totally forgot. Like, we're so focused on locking them out, I forgot about looking at board state. Might be impossible. Might be possible. Or you could jam in the remote. I'd rather lock him out, right? Because we do lose the turning wheel if we jam in the remote. Like, turning wheel Flotic. It's all about where the Flotic is. Because, like, they should just run, end the run, run, end the run, run, end the run, or just keep doing this, right? Because they're trashing stuff. Like, they'll get enough turning wheel counters. So, basically, next turn we click the 3, throw out an IPO, and we win. Like, Kakugo on every single remote. If they don't get the Flotic this turn, we win. They're going. Getting another turning wheel counter doesn't matter. Because it's an even amount. I think we won the game. That should be it. Click for 3. They have no cards in hand. In theory, if we click for 3, they could also do stuff like router. We're not thimble rigging here. No. Okay, GG. Click for 3 was better there. You're right, it was actually. Click for 3 was better there. And then throwing out like an IPO. It was risky. All right, we have 5 credits. They can't affect our money because they have no cards in hand. That is GG. Kakugo's on every remote server. We're down to 0. We're going to have to click for 3 again. There's a slight chance that we flood. Oh, there you go. Hey, GG. I don't think they should have stole the Obokata. That can't possibly have been right. Hey, thanks for the game, eh? Nexus is at the bottom. Can't be great. Yeah, they got their last Nexus in the bottom 5 cards. The other one was halfway through. They didn't install them, which seemed like the most important thing they could have possibly done. Rover Algorithm didn't matter. Thimble Rig didn't matter. We still had a fine deck, though. Forgot Punishing Jiteki Ice is. Oh, yeah. It can do it. You were drawing through your deck hard. So I thought I could just slow down and ice everything up. Yeah. Against Jinteki, you know, we're not even a heavy net damage deck. We're not playing Breach Dome or snares. But, like, you watch out what cards you install and which ones you don't. Because like admittedly, if we were a Glacier deck, all this stuff would matter. A lot of these cards didn't matter. Yeah, they're good. They are good. Imagine I spelled that correctly. Hey, thanks for the game. Cool. Well, it's 11:40. It's probably going to do it for us. Huge shout outs to Henrik Larsson. Hey, yeah, check it out. The card pool is really great right now. Oh, cheers. Thanks for the kind words. Yeah, shout outs to this deck. I'll pull it up on the deck builder if you want to take a look at it. But like, still undefeated. It's Crack Chris. Like, absolutely kill it. See you around, eh? Did I say baby? Is that what that means? Anyways, this is what it is. It seems really fun. I have no doubt if we spent a bit more time, we could optimize this list. Swordsman obviously never fired once. We probably don't need that. Never res a DNA tracker. The Nazis actually are doing pretty good work. I like a Nazi better than DNA tracker. Has a bit more utility. It's generally harder to break. Everything else seems pretty good. The Biovaults are actually really strong for sure, but I think actually the baddies would probably be good enough. They're just a lot cheaper, and this deck is not very credit rich. And we actually never boomed people, but the cycles worked. Cycles worked a fair bit. And you actually could consider instead of playing... No, but cycle you need an agenda too. That can be difficult. Anyways, what a deck. Thanks so much, Henrik. I'm going to email you back with this link because it was a lot of fun. That's all from here. Hopefully you managed to find your hands on some Rain and Reverie. That came out. A lot of people are publishing it. I saw on Reddit people are saying Canadian stores have it. I know some people just got theirs delivered. They had them at Worlds, so I think they have a couple more hanging around. Could probably add Celeb. Yeah, we could. I don't love Celebrity Gift. It shows your hand too much, and sometimes their hand floods. I'm not a big fan of Celebrity Gift, but we definitely could be running it for sure. We also have one influence left over. Like, it might not be terrible even to run. Like, I'm actually a big fan of targeted marketing. It's very easy to play that and gain 10 credits. You just say like paperclip against Anarchs, especially when they need it. So stuff like that's actually pretty cool. Closed accounts also is not the worst in this deck, but I just don't think it's a good enough draw at many points in the game for it to be it. Like if they're heavily tagged, like Psycho wins, Boom wins, I'd rather draw those than closed. Exchange also doesn't make a lot of sense unless we play 0-2s, which would be bad in this deck because of turntable and also because they don't help us win. Cool. We play KP Lin, get those shenanigans going on. Approach server, take tag, install a Mati, KP Lin, take tag, something like that. I think that's how it works. Anyways, huge shout outs to those we played against. Thank you for all of the games, to everyone in chat. Obviously, we had a couple new faces there. Thanks for dropping by. Enjoy your week. We'll be back next Thursday. There's no Netrunner going on in Montreal. I think on Monday we'll be at the pub if you're around. R&R should be in stores now. I think a lot of people are getting them delivered from different places. I know they restocked them and sold out almost instantly on FFG's website. They had them at World, so probably be around somewhere. I know Montreal specifically, if you want to, we'd be doing a thing. We're going to be doing a league sometime soon, let alone we have NGO, GNK kits. Check out JNet. A lot of really cool decks hanging around here. I want to play a bunch of lies, actually. Also, shout-outs for Seamus for absolutely killing it again with Argus. That was a killing it joke. And if you want to go print some cards, check out my make playing cards if you want. Maybe you can print a bunch of those, you know, them champ cards that are released properly this time around. That's all for now. Sorry the stream kept going out. Toronto Chaos in 3 weeks. Oh, also, shit, if you're in Belgium Nationals is the weekend. Thomas always talks about that. It's Belgian Nationals. I'm doing a whole bunch of things there, so check that out. It's going to be cool. KOS Toronto, 3 weeks. Cool. Toronto's doing like a servers event if you want to be there and check it out. Our sign-up's already up, Sads. I'm assuming Sunko's running that. I think I saw him talking about that on Facebook. King of Servers is fun if you make the servers events. I don't know what they call it, the Canadian one. President server, Prime Minister servers. Sunko posted in Torsog. Cool. If you want to check that out, hit up Facebook. Look for the Torsog grid. Spelled Torsaug. A combination of Toronto and Mississauga. That's largely it. Enjoy yourselves. Be good to one another. See you next week.